Shalom Yasharala. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace to you, brothers. Now, I just want to get into the topic about, guys that fell out of this truth and the elect, man. You know how Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, he only reserved 144 seats, man. Now, you can't be surprised when, guys, when they fall out of this truth. Reason why is because the Lord already warned us, right? Yahweh Bashim Ashai already warned us and told us what is going to happen, man. Now there's going to be a lot of people that will be called into into this truth, but there's only going to be a few that will be saved. Okay, now I'm just gonna bring out some precepts that will basically back up what I'm saying. Now this is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, verse 14. For many are called, but few are chosen. Now, the Lord, he called many, man. He called many, but he only chose a few, And that word chosen there is electos, which means the elect, man. Going back to the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and down. The 144,000, from the tribe of the nation of Israel. Now, for many are called, but few are chosen, right? Because there's going to be a lot of people that you'll see in this truth, and a lot of people are going to fall out too, because the Lord has to clean the house of Israel, beginning at his sanctuary, man. Okay, so you cannot be surprised when you see guys come, when you see guys come and go. Okay, that's just how the reality of things work out, man. In this truth, that's just how it is. All right. Now, the next precept that I want to bring out basically, backs up Matthew 20:22 and 14. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 3. It says, "There be many created, but few shall be saved." That few is talking about the elect, the 144,000, because that is a small number, I'm a compared to the nation of Israel, man. Only 144,000 and the 1/3. That is a small number, in comparison to the nation, in comparison to the whole nation of Israel, man. And and you got the elect, man, all over the earth, man. Okay, you have the elect all over the place, man. They're everywhere. Now the Lord said that there be many created, but few shall be saved. And that's what we're hoping for, man. Now you're gonna have a lot of people, like I said, that are gonna come into this truth, but only a few are going to be saved, because that's the way that Yahweh Shema Shah wants this movie to be played out, man. Okay. Now, this is 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 26. It says, "For ye see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called." Now the Lord, he called, a few. And he said that he did not call, the nobles, the mighty men of the flesh, meaning what? The so-called wise men of this earth. But he chose the elect, man. And God knows what the elect were doing, man. Okay? Now, you have the elect, a lot of them had their dreams and goals, in this world. But the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, the Lord called them. And basically what happened is they turned back, from what they were, I'm going to, do, in this lifetime, man. Okay, but Yahweh Shema Shai basically gave them a new route, man. A new, a new direction to take. Okay. Now it says, "For ye, seeing your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called, but Yahweh Shema Shai hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. And Yahweh Shema Shai hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things that are mighty." Now that's how the Lord works, man. The Lord's not going to choose a mighty man, to confound the weak. But he's going to choose the weak to confound the mighty. That's why, because Yahweh Shema Shai has to show his power, And the Lord is soon about to show his power, man. Okay, and these people, these people that fell out, man, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, he reserved a special death for them, man, because they knew better, man. But again, it goes deeper, that was their role. Their role was to come and fall, their role was to come, into this truth and then fall out. Because the Lord, he said that he called many, but he chose a few. So someone has to play that role, man. Someone has to fit that scripture. Okay? Now, this is 2 Peter. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 21. It says, "For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them." So it was better that these guys that fell out, it was better that they, it was better that they stayed back in the world and not to come in a way of, of the truth, man. It was better for them to stay back in the world and do whatever the hell they were doing than to come into the truth, and then fall out. Because now these guys, they know better and they know what is about to happen to them, man. Because Yahweh Shema Shai told you, man. The Lord told you, if you come into this truth and you fall out, you know what is going to happen to you, man. Okay? Now it said, "For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them." That's plain, man. Now, this is Luke chapter 9, verse 62. It says, "And Yahweh said unto them, No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai." What does that mean? That means when you come to this truth and then you look back, into the so-called world that you had, and when you go back to the world, you're not fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai. And the scriptures tells us, to remember Lot's wife. That's exactly what she did, man. And what happened? Yahweh Shema Shai turned her into a pillar of salt, man. Now it says, "And Yahweh said unto him, No man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai." Okay? Now, this is the book of Sirach. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 34, verse 35. It's like verse 25. It says, "He that washeth himself after the touching of a dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing?" So what's the point of you coming to this truth if you're going to fall out and look back at the things of the world, man? There's no point. That's exactly what it's saying, man. "He that washeth himself after the touching of a dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing? So is it with a man that fasteth for his sins and goeth again and doeth the same, who will hear his prayer? Or what doeth his humbling profit him?" Now, there's no point, man. That's exactly what the scripture is saying, man. Now, the Lord is not going to hear your prayers, man, because you fell out. You fell out. Yahweh Shema Shai is not dealing with you. So you just got to pack your bags and wait for death, man. That's it. That's literally it, man. Because Yahweh Shema Shai, like it tells you in the book of Hebrews, that it is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Lord, man. Okay, now the Lord does not play games, man. Now this is the book of Sirach, chapter 26, verse 28. "These be two things that grieveth my heart, and the third maketh me angry: a man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, and one that returneth from righteousness to sin. The Lord prepareth such as one for the sword." Let me read that again. It says, "There be two things that grieveth my heart, and the third maketh me angry: a man of war that suffereth poverty, and men of understanding that are not set by, And one that returneth from righteousness to sin, the Lord prepareth such an one for the sword. That's plain. Yahweh Shimon Shai, he has a special judgment for you guys that fell out. That is plain, man. You know, you can't get by that, man. Now, these guys, man, you know, they get so emotional, you know, and this and that. All of a sudden, right after they fall out, you know, they're like, oh, you know, I had a problem with this and that and that. You know, that's the spirit of a woman, man. You know, if you have a problem with the brother, you know, go talk to him and figure it out, and then we move on, man. You know, there's no time, like, you know, to keep grudges, you know, and be emotional about everything, man. Okay? Now, I have a few more precepts that I want to bring out too, because, you know, at the end of the day, man, the Lord only picked his elect, and the ones that are not a part of his elect are just gonna fall off and die. That's just basically it, man. The truth is very, very simple. It's very, very simple and easy to understand, you know, if you're a part of the elect, because Yahweh Shema Shai, you know, will make it easy for you to understand, man. Okay? Now, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 29. It says, for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of the Lord, Yahweh. They would none of my counsel, they despised all my reproof. Therefore shall they eat of the fruit of their own way, and be filled with their own devices, for the turning away of the simple shall slay them, and the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely, and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Now with that, I'm going to close it. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And peace to you brothers, man. Shalom.